Hello everyone, the Shadow Picture here and you're watching All Things Nintendo. Today we'll be talking about why Diddy Kong Racing is the best Mario racing game. Before we start, let's talk about why I think this. Diddy Kong Racing is a game released on the Nintendo 64 in 1997, and I think that this game deserves more praise than it got back in the day. This game deserves a sequel that will never happen, so that's why I'm making this video. Remember, this is based on my opinions and my opinions only, so please don't take offense at what I say that you don't agree with. I know I've said Mario racing game, but Diddy is a Donkey Kong character and Donkey Kong is a Mario character. And also, this might be comparing this to Mario Kart, mainly Mario Kart 64 because they're on the same system. The story mode in a racing game is stupid original for a racing game because this is the first game to do this. Instead of choosing what cup to play from the main menu, you as a player travel from different parts of the location to get where you need to be. Unlike Mario Kart, the player can play in a plane or a hover car to change how you race in a course. The structure is very different. Instead of racing in a series of courses to win a gold trophy to unlock more cups, you place first in a race to collect balloons and other objects to unlock courses and other locations to reach Whispig. To sum it up, you're collecting every object to beat the game. Sometimes Taj the Genie will race the player with one of the three vehicles at a time to earn yourself a balloon. Not all balloons are exclusive to winning. There are some balloons located on the hub world to actually take the adventure turn to a new level. Similar to Mario Kart, each character has their own stats to be completely different from one another. Unlike Mario Kart, all characters are in their own species instead of 2, 3, or 4 characters in the same species. There are 8 that you start with. All characters are different. We got Diddy the Kong, Tip the Turtle, Tipsy the Mouse, Timber the Tiger, Bumper the Badger, Banjo the Bear, What the Balls, and Conquer the Squirrel. Crunch, in my opinion, is the least likable character in the game. I don't hate him, it's just that he's not an original species. There are 2 more secret characters later in the game. Another thing that makes this game stand out over all the other racing games in the Mario series is the hub world. Again, instead of selecting a cup from the menu, you travel to that locale in an island where also sharing a theme with its courses. Unlike Mario Kart, you go from a prehistoric plaza to an Arctic adventure to a sandy seashore to a century-old castle. All these courses and challenges stick with its theme, which is a nice touch. With a secret 5th locale that's not even in the island, but it takes place in space. The way the items work in this game is completely different. Instead of running into an item box and getting a random item depending on your position, the item boxes, or balloons in this matter, are colored and have a specific item tied to it. Red balloons have rockets, similar to shells. Blue have boosts, similar to mushrooms. Green has traps, similar to bananas. Yellow has protections, similar to stars. And rainbow has a magnet. Probably a mix of a golden mushroom that acts like a red shell on screen. Each item has 3 different levels, and the higher the level, the more powerful the item is. The only way to level up is to collect the same color balloon 2 to 3 times in a row. If you're collecting another balloon in the process, then the level reduces back to 1 for that item you just collected. Some upgrades are upgrades, while others should swap their positions to make them feel like they're upgrades. Another reason why this game is the best Mario racing game is because it has boss races. Sure, Mario Kart DS has boss fights, but we're comparing this game mostly to Mario Kart 64 since they're both on the same console. All Mario Kart games have you race in a series of courses, which is called a cup, to reach the goal to unlock another cup. Here, you play courses you have access to at the moment, depending on how many balloons you have. You have to get first in all 4 courses to get a balloon each to unlock the boss. The main objective is to beat the boss in a race, and each one is appropriate species for its locale. A Triceratops for Dino Domain, a Walrus for Snowflake Mountain, an Octopus for Sherbet Island, and a Dragon for Dragon Forest. After beating the boss, they tell you to replay the courses in that locale to get first while collecting silver coins that are places that you normally don't race on. And then you go back to that boss and race them again for 1/4 of the Whizpig amulet that unlocks something while collecting them all, and they'll tell you the trophy race. Similar to Grand Prix from... Do I have to say it? The battle mode is similar to Mario Kart 64's with its 4 battle courses, but here it's different. Completely different. I feel like I should address this more. Unlike Mario Kart 64's battle mode only, carts only, and all courses are playable at the start, here there are more modes, more vehicles, and you unlock the arena by finding which keys in the respective locales. Dino Domain's key is in an obvious spot in Ancient Lake that unlocks Fire Mountain. Snowflake Mountain's key is in an alcove next to the start in Snowball Valley that unlocks Icicle Pyramid. Sherbet Island's key is in an alcove in the water in Crescent Island that unlocks Darkwater Beach. And Dragon Forest key is in the stupidest place in the game where you have to use a bridge to get on a ledge in Boulder Canyon that unlocks Smokey's Castle. What makes this better than Mario Kart 64 is because you can play with computer players for the first time. Beating one earns you a TT amulet, and collecting all 4 unlocks a secret door. Even though there are more modes, unfortunately it's restricted to 1 course. Fire Mountain has you in a plane in which you grab an egg and put it into your base while players can steal your unhatched eggs. Hatch all 3 before anyone else and you win. Icicle Pyramid is similar to Mario Kart 64 battle mode, so there's nothing to say here. Darkwater Beach is also similar to Mario Kart 64 battle mode, but you use a hover course since you're racing on water. Smokey's Castle has you collecting bananas and putting them in your chest. You can carry up to 2 bananas, which is understandable since the person wins if they put 10 in their chest first. Players can also attack you for you to lose your bananas. The game is built to be originally beaten 100%, if that makes sense. Mario Kart 64's only unlockables are the mirror mode and the alternate title screen. That's it. Here is expanded on. After collecting all 4 Whizpig amulets, you unlock the first Whizpig fight, and running over a frog with red feathers unlocks Drumstick. Beat Whizpig and you first interact with the credits, which unlocks Future Funland, the last and final locale in the game, despite taking place in space. The racer has to hit a billboard where a cutscene appears. If they win all 4 trophy races, the lighthouse turns into a spaceship that leads into Future Funland. Unlike the other locales, there is no boss fight in between each session of the courses since the player versus Whizpig just to get there. And there is no battle mode since there is no wish key and the trophy race is after the final boss. Obvious reasons, that makes no sense, but it's like the others, so it kinda makes sense. After beating the courses and silver coin counterparts, you unlock the final boss, which can only be played when all of the TT amulets are collected. You fight Whizpig again, but on a different course, using a plane instead of a car. Speaking of TT, beat him in every course in Time Trials unlocks him. After that, you'll view the true credits and a reward of Adventure 2. A mirror mode like mode where you collect silver balloons this time. Nothing really changed except for the silver coin locations. Diddy Kong Racing should have been played on the virtual console if it had the chance, and now with the Nintendo Switch Online, they should have added this after Banjo-Kazooie. Like I said, this game deserves more praise, and Nintendo nowadays seem to neglect this gem. Got nothing else for this video. If you guys want expanded content, like and subscribe, and I'll share more Nintendo content just like this. I'm the Shadow Picture, and I'll see you guys very soon. Later.